Hello, world of Facebook and YouTube and internet, my fellow Americans. I have had some pretty bad stomach pain the last couple of weeks. And I did a little bit of research, and it turns out that I have been eating a lot of genetically modified soybeans. It's an ingredient that's in a lot of different things in American food, but it's predominantly in American food. 64 countries, as it turns out, have banned or required the labeling of genetically modified foods such as GMO corn and GMO soybeans, which make up approximately 90 to 94% of the corn and soybeans consumed here in America. Today, I am going to be cleaning out my fridge of the poison. Because countries like Russia, China, Brazil, Australia, Turkey, South Africa, and even members of the European Union have completely banned this stuff. Screw the labeling. These countries have flat out banned it. There are a lot of things in my fridge that I had no idea were causing gut and bowel tumors in lab rats and lab mice, which is why it is banned in most of those in all those countries and required labeled in the rest of the 64. I think it's like 38 countries total have completely banned it, and out of those 64, so that number's up there. Anyway, I started looking at the labels of some of these foods, and it is the number 1, number 2, or number 3 main ingredient in most of the shit that I'm going to throw out today. So pardon my language, it's probably just going to get worse because we have these things called lobbyists and politicians in America, and the lobbyists pay the politician to make sure that this shit doesn't get labeled with a warning sticker on it or get banned completely. So yeah, you got politicians in office right now. Even Barack Obama accepted millions of dollars not to label this stuff as poison, which is exactly what it is. Just ask all those lab rats and lab mice. All right, which I will gladly post some pictures in the comments. All right, first up, what do we have here? We have Marie's balsamic vinaigrette. Looks like my sister got it on markdown. All right, let's see. Yeah, Marie's balsamic. It might be backwards. We'll see how the video turns out. Water, balsamic vinaigrette. Number 3 ingredient, soybean oil. Does anybody see an anti or a non-GMO label on here? Nope, me neither. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. That is done. In case you're not sure what I'm doing, it is literally, honest to God, garbage. I mean, that is. Yep. And I'll be throwing away brand new unopened products too because I ain't eating this shit. We have some mango chipotle dressing by Kraft here. Let's see here. Number 1 ingredient, water, then vinegar, sugar, soybean oil. And I do not see a non-GMO label on this bottle at all. Okay? Kraft mango chipotle, soybean oil, 4th ingredient, sayonara. Next up, we have another Marie's dressing. Is this the same one? My sister must really like that balsamic. Nope, this one's Italian. Italian vinaigrette, water, number 2, soybean oil. Oh, we've upgraded the number 2 ingredient. Yeah, a lot of people think that Marie's is good because it's in the refrigerated section. Yep, no, not so much. Turns out it's poison like everything else that I'm throwing away. What else do we have here? We have some, some Fit and Active Ranch. Now, I would love to throw this out, but I don't want to get yelled at. It's not mine, and it's not expired, but I am not going to touch this with anything, any vegetable, any salad. Number 2 ingredient is soybean oil, and even though I believe they sell this brand at Aldi, I do not see a non-GMO label on here at all. Yep. But it's gluten-free. Well, I'll tell it to the rats that are getting cancers and shit like that. What else I got over here? Here we go. Here's a good one. Here's one that probably most of my fellow Americans eat. I was till a couple weeks ago. Kraft classic ranch dressing. This was actually a free Friday download from Kroger. The number one ingredient is soybean oil. It is not water, it is soybeans. Yes, the same shit that causes tumors in lab rats and mice. And let's see here. We have no artificial flavors, no high fructose corn syrup, and no artificial colors. Well, isn't that fascinating? And let's see, this doesn't expire till May of this year. It's not even open. Let me tell you what I think of this fucking shit. And this is what I think of my politicians and these companies, such as Kraft, but not limited to them, that are just flat out allowing poisons into our marketplace in the supermarkets. This shit, number one ingredient, soybean oil. Let me tell you what I think about this free Friday download right here, okay? Right here. I don't want your fucking poison, alright? If it's not good enough for Brazil, if it's not good enough for Turkey, if it's not good enough for Russia or China, why the fuck would I want it? And don't think that Chick-fil-A is off the chopping block, because they're not. Right here, number one ingredient in this honey roasted barbecue sauce, right? It looks delicious. Number one ingredient is soybean oil, yet again. Yep. I used to think Chick-fil-A was the best fast food, and, you know, maybe they are, but their dressings are not exempt, so not in my diet. Oh, another vinaigrette from Chick-fil-A this time. Let's see, we have water, balsamic vinaigrette, contains sulfites, good to know. Sugar, hey, right there, soybean oil on the back. I don't know if you can read it, but let me tell you what I think of soybean oil, in case you guys haven't figured it out yet. I just want to drive the point home. Okay. Okay, so this is probably a lot of lab rat and lab mice tumors right there in that trash can. So I got some more cleaning to do, and got to go through my pantry and figure out what I'm never going to eat and never going to buy again. I guess my message to my fellow Americans is, don't eat this shit. Don't. Like, Americans today are 41% likely to get cancer in our lifetimes. And it's the politicians and the lobbyists that have flat out allowed that number to get so freaking high. And, you know, do some research, because our government is not on our side. Our government is in the business of making money. All right? Peace out, guys. Eat wisely.